What's up, man? How you guys doing?
All right, we'll go with Jason Kersey from The Athletic.
You guys obviously played pretty well. Where do you think this defense is at right now?
Overall, right now, I believe that we're consistent. And we're building and we're finding confidence within our consistency. And I feel as if we do that every day in practice. Coach Grinch has a great emphasis that we follow and we buy into. So that's where we are right now.
From Norman Transcript.
Hey, Brendan, just with you guys were able to, finish last week, get a win against Texas. It seemed like that momentum in the offense carried into the day. Do you feel like a performance like this from the defense today can kind of make you guys get jumping off point where you are?
Definitely. Like I said before, it starts in practice really with the consistency that we practice with. It's a high tempo practice. Coach Grinch creates a great atmosphere for us where the game is actually, it's very similar. The crowd noise, the rah-rah that's going on around us, we simulate that in practice so that we're able to do so in the game. So I feel as if this defense took a great step today. We stayed together during all adverse, situations. So I'm proud of us. I'm definitely proud of us.
Brendan, Spencer Rattler earlier told us, hey, if we hold teams to 14 points, we're going to win a bunch of games. How satisfying is it to look up and scoreboard and see 7 points for TCU late in the fourth quarter, knowing you guys put him in position to win easy?
It's not easy. I'll say that. It's not easy. No win is easy. Playing football is not easy, but you got to do it. And I feel as if the consistent competition that we have in practice, it pushes us forward. Our competition, they have to figure it out, because we have to go against each other every single day and keep going forward. So I just love competing with my teammates every day in practice. It makes the game-like situation different.
One more thing, they seem aggressive today. Lots of tackles for losses. Is that part of the game plan to sort of trust the secondary and put the pressure on TCU behind the line of scrimmage?
Oh, that's something that's always a part of the game plan is aggressiveness. Passiveness is never the answer, as Coach Grinch would say. But playing in the backfield, our D-line, they went to work today, and I'm proud of them. Every chance I got, I was congratulating them and going up to them. So I'm just glad I'm playing with the D-line. They're doing their thing and trusting us, to do our part.
Go to Eric Bailey with Tulsa World.
Brendan, kind of feeding off that a little bit, I wanted to ask you about the defensive line. Just they're playmakers. They're making plays for you guys.
Yeah.
Even Jordan Kelly got out there and shot a really big reverse.
Reverse.
So that's big. That go for a long way. Just how proud of them and what they've been able to do with all the new players up front.
Everybody's ready for their moment. They're ready for their moment. When their number's called, it's just about just accepting that this is your time, this is your moment, and then just playing football. We all been playing football since we were 5-6 years old. It's just the same game, same guys, just a little bit sped up, a little bit faster at the end of the day. So being ready for your moment and then actually doing it. So when I seen JK do it, I was so excited. it was very exciting when JK got that TFL.
Thanks, Bookie.
Yes, sir.
Go last one with Joe Bender from Norman Transcript.
Kind of the passion you talk about and kind of the energy that you really show visibly throughout the course of the game. Where do you feel like that comes from? How are you able to sustain that?
I'm sorry, what was the beginning of the question? I'm sorry.
Just with the kind of the passion and energy that
Okay.
you show throughout the course of the football game, where does that come from, and how do you sustain that even when adversity hits?
I write it down in my notebook every single day. Confidence, confidence, confidence. You have to stay confident at all times because even in adverse situations, you don't want anything slipping through, and your mind can drift off in 100 different places during those moments. But confidence really can. It's a key factor. It's a very key factor that if you can just keep your confidence throughout an entire game, regardless of what situation you're going through, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. So I try to just keep my confidence throughout the entire game and just have fun, man. I only get this life once. I only get to play these college games a few, it's a selected amount of games I get to play. So I'm just having fun out there, man.
If you don't mind answering one more.
Yes, sir.
If you what you made of Marvin Mims' performance today.
I'm so happy for him. We were just talking about it in the locker room. That's my guy, man. And what makes it so much better, what makes it so much sweeter is that he's a humble guy, and that's rare for a freshman to come along, show no sense of fear of any sort, and actually just come to play. He just comes to play. He balls. He does his thing. He knows his job, his assignment. And I love having him as a teammate. He's exciting to watch, and I'm just ready for the rest of the year, see what he can do in years forward. Yes, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, man. I'll see you back home.
Correction, Theo Wease. How's it going, Theo?
How you doing?
Good. Also with Jason Kersey with The Athletic.
When you play like Marvin and TJ, do you get the sense that this offense is really starting to find its groove?
Yes, definitely. We've been putting in a lot of work these past 2 weeks, and I definitely see us taking steps in the right direction. We definitely still got a lot of room for improvement, but we're definitely satisfied with what's going on right now.
Perfect dude with SSers.
Yeah, Theo, Spencer seemed really eager to throw the ball downfield for you and Marvin today. Do you sense that his confidence is improving a little bit as the season progresses?
I just think that just comes with, just playing with each other over time, just getting that chemistry right, put in extra work before practice, after practice, and just more opportunities for us.
Good Joe Vander from our transcript.
The way you guys were able to go out on that first drive, is that set the tone for you guys to get on the field?
Definitely, every offense wants to score the first drive. We went out there, we put together a good drive, and then that energy that we had that drive just stuck with us the rest of the game. So, it's definitely a great feeling.
I guess I just asked because it seemed like you had a lot more explosive plays today. Did it feel that way that you were able to get the ball downfield today?
I made some pretty good plays, but it just comes with just opportunity. I just stepped up when my name is called.
Go to Eric Bailey from Tulsa World.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I wanted to ask you about just the halftime message. You guys are up 17-7. It's still a ball game. What were the coaches' message to you guys at halftime about finishing this game?
Just the message every game, 0-0, it's a new game. Forget about what happened in the first half. Even the play before that, just focus on each play that time, 10 seconds at a time.
And I also wanted to ask you about Marvin Mims and just the way Marvin has really started his career. Just your thoughts on what his ability as a playmaker.
I'm excited for Marvin. Definitely just the brotherhood and the receiving room we have, and he's from Dallas, of course. I gotta show love for the Dallas people. But Marvin's gonna be real special for sure. Y'all see it. Y'all been seeing it the past couple of weeks. I'm excited for what he has to do in the future too.
Thanks, Theo.
The last one for Theo with Mason Young, the OU Daily.
Theo, I know Spencer made a throw during the season opener. That was a really nice throw that you were very complimentary of. The one that he made to you today for 44, how does that stack up against the previous one that you were so high on?
It's definitely a close number 2.
Isaiah Thomas with us. Isaiah, how we doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Let's start with Eric Bailey from Tulsa World.
Hey, Isaiah, congratulations, first of all. Wanted to ask you about just the defense. You guys were really able to handle their run game. How well has this defensive line progressed through the season? And holding 75 yards, how big was that?
It was really big for us because we know we lost Ronnie Perkins. How we don't have Ronnie Perkins and Jalen Redmond, and the way that we stepped up is really it speaks highly on Coach Tibbs and Coach Kane. Speaks volumes about them. We play at a fast, intense level, and we were very productive these last few weeks. And I think that speaks volumes to our coaches, our D-line coaches, with how we handled adversity this year and also how well we've been producing. So it's really fun to play with them and see how fast we're maturing out there.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Good Jason Kersey with The Athletic.
Hey, Isaiah, kind of along the same lines. You had Jordan Kelly, Josh Ellison, Marcus Stripling, a bunch of guys, big plays today.
Yeah.
How is the depth among your group right now? It seems like it's really developed nicely.
Yeah, the depth is great. It feels good knowing you can go into the game with 2-3 man rotation but also at a consistent level of being productive, not just to get a break or anything like that. It feels good knowing that you got a couple guys behind you to step in that can also produce just as much as Perrion Winfrey or me out there or Nick Benito and John Michael Terry. So the rotation and the depth is very good. It's much needed in the Big 12, especially with the tempo that we get. So it's great to see how fast that these younger players are maturing and how well we're being coached out there.
And Barry Trammell for the Oklahoma.
Yeah, Isaiah, you guys had a bunch of tackles for loss today.
Yeah.
Is it a case of that was part of the defensive game plan to be really aggressive and trust the back end, or is that just the way it sort of worked out?
I think for this week's game plan, we were really aggressive. As you can see, on the first play of the game, defensively, I kind of hesitated on that first RPO that they had, and I knew that wasn't the game plan that we had. And I told myself from the point on, I'm gonna just keep being aggressive, and it paid off for me early in the game. And it was just the game plan that we had to be aggressive, fly around and have fun, and don't think too much about your job. And I know in that first play I was thinking too much when I could have had the sack, opposed to me just raising my hands up trying to stop the pass. But it was in the game plan for us to be aggressive and fast, and we did a great job at that today.
Parker Thune, SI Sooners.
Yeah, Isaiah, you managed to hold Max Duggan, to 18 yards rushing on 9 carries. What do you think you guys did that made you so successful against a quarterback that's very much a threat on the ground?
Our coaches are great at what they do. They're the best in the conference for a reason, best in the country for a reason at what they do. And they had a specific game plan on what to do to stop him. They told us we stopped him, we stopped their offense. And you can see it how the edge players have accounted for the quarterback majority of the times and stuff like that, and keeping him boxed in. So we did a great job. Well, the coaches did a great job on coaching us on what the game plan was, and we listened to it, and it paid off for us.
Bob Pismillo, Sooners School.
Isaiah, how crucial was that second half? The 17-7, 27, kind of felt like here we go again. Except this time around, you guys were able to close the door and finish.
Yeah, we of course I know we didn't really say much about it, but it crossed our minds okay, this is a similar situation we've been in the past several games. So let's not let what happened these past several games happen tonight or this evening. And obviously we put our foot on the gas and we ran away with it towards the end, and it was a great feeling to finally really close out a game. And it builds up confidence for the next several games we have, because we know that now we can do it. Imagine if we do it at a higher level. So it was a big confidence boost in the way we finished this game, and it was really impressive for our defense.
Got a few more. Joe Bender, Norman transcript.
Go Raiders! Go Lakers! Isaiah, here's make of the way that another big game with Perrion, just how he's been able to step into the lineup right away and contribute to you guys.
Yeah, Perrion has definitely matured a lot, and like I said earlier, he plays with a lot of emotion, and you can see it in the way he plays. All he wants to do is get the ball. All he wants to do is get the ball carried, and it's great to have a guy out there like that who's just consistently head hunting. It feeds off. It gives us energy. It gives me energy to go out there and make a play or match his energy to also get another TFL or something like that. And so we feed off him at a high level. As you can see when he makes a play, he shows a lot of emotion, and he's matured a lot. And just looking at him and how he plays and how he looks, you can't tell he was a JUCO player. He looks like he's been here his whole career, and it's been great because we needed it a lot, and it's much appreciated.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Yes, sir.
Go last one for Isaiah Barry Trammell, the Oklahoma.
Yeah, Isaiah, Spencer just said, hey, if our defense holds the team to 14 points, we're going to win a lot of games around here. Did you look up at the scoreboard ever late in the fourth quarter? You had 7 points until 4 minutes left. Did you ever look up and say, hey, that's the kind of defense we need to be playing, holding teams down like this?
Yeah, I know. Going into the fourth quarter, I know I glanced at the scoreboard and was like, wow, we held them to 7 thus far. And I was like, if we keep playing games like this, we're definitely going to win a lot of games, because you can't beat Lincoln Riley in our offense putting up 7 points. It's just not going to happen. They're well coached, and it's a well-oiled machine up there. So you got to come with your best punch, when you try to play against us. And when I seen that we had held them to 7 at one point in the fourth quarter, I was like, this is the type of defense we need to have every game. And obviously, it's a confidence booster because once you do something, you feel like you can do it again. So I think we'll go into these next several games or however many games we have left with that mindset, and it'll carry on.